Nice to see you.
Absolutely. Good to see you. Absolutely. Thank you, Mo.
Hello. $5 seats are now going for $2.50. Nerve.
Wait, we're selling seats?
Well, I'm selling my seat. In some countries it's illegal, but not here. Anyway, thank you for coming. Hello, Ray.
An old man sits down.
Well groaned.
Let me get rid of this so you can see that I'm wearing the wrong Fandom shirt for today's panel. Greetings, fellow Ghostbuster. Oh, wait.
Oh, we're not doing a Ghostbusters panel?
We're not doing a Ghostbusters panel. Apparently I
You don't know
slimed up.
Possibly sell spores, molds, and fungus.
Yes, no, that's actually a hobby. It's an avocation, and a very worthy one.
Or the voice of Slimer. I mean, you could do that too, yeah.
That's our pal Frank Welker.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Who was Ralph the Guard on Animaniacs.
And he's been Freddy on Scooby-Doo.
Since 1969.
Since Woodstock. He's been...
Well, he skipped Woodstock, and therefore he got the job.
That's right.
He was one of the only people that didn't, go to Woodstock in Hollywood, and so he stayed and got the job.
Yep.
Well, so many voice actors missed out.
So let's start off this way of your early influences, Mo. I was reading about you, and as a kid, the Canadian cartoon shows, Commander Tom Show and the Tiny Talent Time Show. Those were kind of your early influences of, actually watching, kids' cartoons, and now you're voicing.
You've done
kids'
your
cartoons.
research.
Absolutely.
Well
I've never
done.
heard of Commander Tom. What's
Commander Tom was Tom Joles, who was the afternoon kids show host out of WKBW Buffalo, New York.
Oh, yeah.
And I would come home to watch. It was like 2 hours of cartoons. He was the weatherman, very, very, but like sterlingly handsome man. He was probably the bravest weatherman in the world because he would at the 11 o'clock news he would do the weather outside. And he would be outside in Buffalo weather.
Oh, God.
Yeah, with a giant fur coat on. So politically incorrect now, but I mean, just, sometimes the snow was falling. You couldn't even see him. And he continued doing the weather report.
Was he from, Niagara Falls?
No, he was from Buffalo. He was a Buffalo native. But I would watch those cartoons. And they had things like Rough and Ready.
Oh.
You know who, you didn't mention Rocket Ship 7, which was the morning show. It was hosted by Dave Thomas, who changed his name to Dave Roberts when he moved to Philadelphia, where he became a newscaster there, and he was featured in the movie Rocky II. But his real name, and he changed it because it was too ethnic back in those days, his real name was Dave Boreanaz. And his son is David Boreanaz.
Which is Dave Thomas. No, David
Boreanaz
Bones.
from Bones,
Yeah.
yes. And
So David Boreanaz is from...
He's from Buffalo.
I didn't know
He's
that.
a Buffalo kid.
Yeah.
And his dad was a kiddie show host. And they didn't do talk. But it all took place on a spaceship, and, he showed cartoons. Anyway, those were my early influences.
And this is the result.
And I watched those, and I actually told Dave Boreanaz at a Hollywood party to get lost. No, I told him. I said, please tell your dad, he was a major influence on me. I watched cartoons because he was so friendly, and I just felt like I was in his spaceship watching the cartoons. And please tell your dad that. And so he said, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
And
Never forget that.
Yeah, it was great. No, I had an Emmy in my hand, so he was listening to me.
But it wasn't yours.
Yeah, no, it was mine.
Okay.
I won it that night. It was an Emmy party.
That night. And by the way, how many did you win?
Just one that night.
That night. How many Emmys?
The following year I won again.
You won again. Back-to-back primetime Emmys.
For Futurama.
For Futurama. I mean, we're here from Pinky and the Brain. Yeah. Futurama. How many
Pinky and the
characters?
Brain has done nothing for
Nothing.
me. Nothing.
And
No,
it's
I'm kidding.
clearly doing nothing for you.
I got an Emmy nomination for Pinky and the Brain.
How many
But I
characters?
lost to Pinky.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm a genius, but...
Actually, we were nominated in different years.
Is that what it was?
I didn't... The year you won, you went to New York. I wasn't nominated that year. Yeah. I was nominated the year after you. Yeah. And lost to Louis Anderson.
Lost again.
To Louis Anderson. Well, he deserved it.
Regale the lovely folks with how many characters you are responsible for on Futurama.
apparently the number somebody with a lot more time on their hands than me counted was 72. Mm-hmm. 72, and then this includes a lot of one-offs, a lot of characters that like had one line and never appeared again.
Okay, so give them the 7 or 8 that everybody in the world knows. Well, the one. Never mind. No.
You have to be a Futurama watcher to know them. But
oh, yeah, well.
I play Lieutenant Kiff Croker. Oh, sir, it seems the rest of the crew doesn't share your passion for, velour.
Morbo, the newscaster, who sounds nothing like Lur, ruler of the planet Omicron Persei 8. Who sounds nothing like Big Bob Pataki, the Beeper King from Hey Arnold. You see the evolution there? Let's see, who else? Calculon, the greatest robot actor of all time. No autographs, please. The country happer chicken lawyer. I may be a simple country happer chicken, but I know when I'm finger licked. I'm also the Don Bot. And I'm Clamps. Oh, my, yes. And one that is not safe for work. Hedonism bot. Oh, my, yes.
What is it? You soak your bottom in what now?
This experience has been better than having me bottom dipped over and over again into a vat of the finest creams and oils.
He just did that outside 5 minutes ago, and somebody took a swing at him. Yeah.
There you go. Yes.
Really good. So anyway, that's, yeah. What? I'm sorry.
How does it work?
I'm pretty sure Hedonism Bot's butt is a chair.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, Hedonism Bot is a couch. That's the thing. He was the. In fact, I was the couch gag on the crossover episode, and they sat on Hedonism Bot, and he began massaging Homer, and so I am a couch gag.
It turns out there's a fine line between funny and felony, isn't there, Brad?
Indeed, my friend.
Yes.
Yes.
By the way, if you're a couch, don't tell our vice president, because that's.
Oh no, exactly.
That steps into the realm of
it
what?
It certainly does. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Well, it depends on what type of couch.
It's a Chesterfield.
Yeah,
where you
I believe
come
he
from.
is a Chesterfield.
Yeah.
I believe I am a fainting couch. So go ahead and hyperventilate, dear boy. I'll be here to catch you.
Bed.
Oh yes.
Isn't this, I get to hang out with this guy. This is the.
For 2 days in Stockton, you can hang out with him. I know, it's amazing.
I'm seen him naked. Who hasn't? That's what I say. Yeah.
I mean, there's that too. Now, Rob, you're obviously a Michigan fan. We can see the first place Detroit Tigers. Any Detroit Tiger fans out there?
Yep.
All right, there you go.
There you
All
go.
right, perfect.
It's Michigander Row right in the front there.
Yes. Talk about that first time as a kid going to Tiger Stadium and the memories you have of growing up in Michigan and going to maybe the Red Wings game, as a kid, but also maybe Tiger Stadium.
Oh, well, it's like anything else. I mean, when you're a kid and you're a sports nut, going to see a baseball game at Tiger Stadium, and my Tigers were the 1968 World Series Detroit Tigers with Al Kaline and Mickey Lolich and all these other, giants, not the San Francisco Giants. But it's the same thing with going to a Red Wing game. When those players came out of the dugout, they looked like they were 11 feet tall. And the same thing at the Olympia. You go to see Gordie Howe and Bobby Hull and Bobby Orr and Alex Delvecchio, all these other guys, and they don't even seem real, And the only thing I wanted to be other than an actor was a hockey player for the Detroit Red Wings. I got as far as college, and some kid from Winnipeg absolutely drilled me. And it was a completely clean, legal hit. And when I got my bearings, I said, "Oh my, are you all right, pal?" I said, are you okay? I said, I'm not sure. But all of a sudden I had this epiphany that said, you don't have the talent, temperament, nor dental insurance to make a nickel as a hockey player. So, because I am a very pragmatic, practical person, I fell back on acting. And often...
A much surer bet.
Yeah, much surer bet. And often people will say, well, when you went out there, didn't you have a plan B? And the truth is I did not. But my plan A has been tweaked many times. And I think that's... maybe getting a little philosophical, but if you're lucky enough to find something that you cannot wait to do, I don't care if it's bowling, acting, photography, working on cars, but it's something that just lights up your soul. You've sort of won the lottery, because not everybody has something they cannot wait to get to. Then if you find out you're good at this thing that you would do for free, then you start to really light up. And then you find people...
Don't tell them we do it for free.
That's right. Well, Mo does nothing for free.
That's right.
That's right. He's learned, because he understands that Canadian money is worthless down here. So he makes
true.
American dollars. But if you find that you're good at something, you could do it all day, and people pay you for it, honest to Christ, we have won the lottery, and we know it. And the upshot of this wonderful career that Mo and I continue to enjoy is this. We get to have this privilege, and it is nothing short of that, to travel around and have nice folks like you find out who we are.
Some of them nicer folks than you.
The nicer folks
kidding.
are coming later because they're
Joking.
paying us.
We are joking completely.
But
it's a huge honor.
It's impossible to quantify what your kindness means. You guys will drive or fly. You bring your kids. You've shared it with your children. You'll sit
in an auditorium like this. To listen to us blather on about ourselves. It's very nice. It's a great thing. And about once every con, somebody will tell one or both of us about a day that was dark for them, and how the show got them through that day, or got them through an illness, or being, a parent's illness or something like that. And that's really why we do these things. I mean, to hear that anything that I did, written by other people, animated by other people, but I mean, if I managed to utter a word that saves somebody from a dark day, that's really, I get to hear that feedback from you. Because when I was doing the show, I was this, guy trying to pay his rent. I mean, it was just, I did not set out to
take over the world.
Well, no, but I mean, people tell me that sometimes some of the work has changed their lives, and I was like, there's people who are. One guy told me, he said, I passed my anatomy exam because of the song "The Parts of the Brain," and I'm a doctor today because of that. And it's like, wow. I mean, I didn't write it, I didn't animate it. I know that's your line, but it's true. Tom Minton, the original inspiration for the brain, and if you look on your iPhones,
look up his picture.
Look up Tom Minton.
It's fantastic.
You will see a human version of the brain, because he was the person who inspired the brain in Tom Ruger's mind. Tom Minton. And Minton wrote. It's the only List song I think that Randy Rogel didn't write. Oh. But it's neocortex, frontal lobe, brainstem, hippocampus, neural node, right hemisphere, pons and cortex, visual, brainstem, Sylvian Fisher, pineal, left hemisphere, cerebellum left, cerebellum right, synapse, hypothalamus, striatum, dendrite.
The brain!
So, it's like little things like that. These points of contact that we have with you that are so meaningful.
It's just...
So, thank you for coming up
really
to our
is.
tables.
It's overwhelming. And it's what Mo said. Thank you. We cannot tell you how much you're watching, and your kindness and sharing it with your most precious things in the world, and you bring to say hi.
And folks, if you do have questions, if you want to line up over there, we'll start having some fans ask some questions as well. Rob, I was talking to you yesterday, and you were telling me about the fandom, but also about Justin Turner with the Dodgers.
Oh,
that story. Tell that story.
What is so cool about what we do is, obviously we know that the joy is a pretty powerful emotion, and what we do for a living, and the joy it sort of elicits in an enormous audience, has nothing to do with your station in life, how much money you earn, your religion, your cultural background. Case in point, a couple of years ago, I sang the national anthem at Dodger Stadium, and as I was walking through the dugout to go back to get to my seat and watch the game, felt a tap on my shoulder, and it was Justin Turner, who at the time was the third baseman for the Dodgers. And I think he was 33, 34. He said, "Are you really Raphael?" And I said, "Yeah, man." And he opened up he was in his uniform. He opened up his Dodger jersey as a Ninja Turtle t-shirt. And he had a picture. He said, "Would you sign my turtle picture?" And of course. All right. This guy makes $25 million a year playing baseball. And he's a delightful young man. Obviously a great athlete. But his wife was with him, and she was getting tearful. She said he has every Ninja Turtle, everything. When he goes to spring training, he takes his Ninja Turtle backpack. And when the Dodgers won the World Series, what is it, 4 or 5 years ago?
2020, yeah.
2020, yeah. He had Adidas sent him Ninja Turtle cleats. It's remarkable. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but for instance, Mo revoiced Vince D'Onofrio in Ed Wood because it's young Orson Welles. And it turns out he got the gig because Tim Burton's a fan of Pinky and the Brain. Well, why not? You just never know. And that, I think, is the coolest thing to see. Oh, my God. Professional athletes and rock stars and big-time directors. Well, of course. They were all 11 or 12, and we just still are.
Exactly. Go ahead, sir.
If only our knees felt that way.
That's right, yeah. Hi.
Hello. Hi, I was just curious that every episode of Pinky and the Brain ended with the line, what are we going to do tomorrow night? Did you guys have to record that every single time?
Every single time.
Every single time.
Because the attitude of the characters was not always the same at the end of every episode.
Yeah.
Sometimes we were lying in rubble, because the plan had gone so wrong. So, yeah, it was a fixed way of ending the show, but we had to make sure it followed the dramatic through line of that, or comedic through line of the episode. So we always recorded it, even though it was the same line.
And no, it doesn't get tiresome.
Yeah.
The moment that we have a problem recording that same line over and over again is the moment you guys should.
Remember the day where I said, I say this at the end of every episode, Stephen, can I just record it once and have you drop it in there? Remember that day?
Yes, that day.
That was the day they had the auditions for other actors to play the brain. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. That never happened.
No, it never happened.
When you're playing characters that are so engaged with each other the way Pinky and the Brain are and the way Rob and I are with each other, it doesn't even occur to you that you're saying the same thing. In fact, that's the point of the show.
Yeah.
The point of the show is not to give up. The point of the show is, no matter how far awry the plan went, Brain never said, I give up. Screw this. He said, come, Pinky, back to the lab to plan for tomorrow night.
Why, Brian? What are we going to do tomorrow night?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
I'm so fucking tired
whatever
of
you
saying
think
that.
of the plan. Yes.
Yeah. Isn't
Whatever
it
you
funny to
think
hear
of the
cartoon
plan-
characters swear for
Yeah.
you?
It's like he doesn't give up.
Yeah.
It's the stick-to-itiveness.
And
it's
we
what
owe people money.
And it's what I think it's what we all must have, is the willingness to come back and try again, no matter what it is we're going for. Whether it's world domination or,
Or just being
just-
dominated,
which
there are.
some of us
It's a
like
different
that.
show.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can find that down the road on the
Thank
right.
you.
Yes.
All right,
no problem.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thanks
bet.
for watching.
Thank you.
Hello, nurse. Hi. Sorry, I can't read. Oh, wait a minute. You're way cuter than Jimmy's mom. Don't tell her
thank
because
you.
she'll
Thank
beat
you
the
very much.
daylights out of
Wow.
me.
Man, right out the gate. Wow.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'll probably be getting a lawsuit later. C'est la vie.
I was curious.
Well, that's your first
because-
mistake.
Well, I know. Starting out as actors with this extensive career that both of you have developed over this period of time in your life, when you were first discovering like acting and theater, anything in that degree, what was the moment where you thought to yourself, okay, I really enjoy doing this, like either on stage or this extensive career behind in the microphone, in the booth? When was the moment, like either as a child or as an adult, where you thought, this is really fun, I really like doing this? And what was that like for you?
Well, I was that kid who I have no sports background or talent at all. So, I didn't excel at baseball, hockey, anything, which as a Canadian almost got me expelled from the country. But I love to put on little shows downstairs in our rec room or in the across the street friend's garage. I learned a little magic. I just love performing. I loved the attention that came from it, and I would do lip sync stuff to Jesus Christ Superstar. I mean, it was like just that. And then there was a high school variety night, and I had done impressions, in the schoolyard, and I, two of the older guys wrote a little 4-minute long act for me, and I got a standing ovation because I was good at the voices, and I just, when people see Maurice LaMarche, stand-up comic, 15 years old, and they're just thrilled you didn't suck, and just bomb terribly in front of everybody. So I was actually half decent. The material was sort of cute. I got a standing ovation. And that was, for me, the rush of chemicals in the brain that made me went, this is what I'm supposed to do. Who knows if I hadn't done that, I don't know where I would be. Because maybe I might have, worked in a kitchen or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably could have been a cook or something like that. I love to cook. But I don't know if I've got a lot of stick-to-itiveness. So whatever I might have chosen, I probably would have made sure that I stuck with it to whatever the pinnacle of it was. But that was it for me. And then hearing my voice come out of an animated character's mouth for the first time was a Canadian animated special called Easter Fever with Garrett Morris from Saturday Night Live and Catherine O'Hara from Second City. And that, again, was another one of those hits where I just went, that is so cool. I just heard me come out of that snake,
Yeah.
So that was that, and it just got little things along the way that just said, this is what you're supposed to be doing. So stand-up comedy, first love, and then, the long-lasting love has been my animation career.
Well, and Mo, also, your grandfather was a master mimic as well, so.
Yes, my late grandfather, Nick, was... He was known amongst his friends for his Maurice Chevalier impression.
All right there.
And his Hitler impression.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. I mean, because, before, you see, for the 5 years prior to, the horrors that we found that were going on there, Hitler was a joke.
Oh, yeah.
And so, they would watch newsreel footage of Hitler, and people just thought, what a crazy little man that man was. He was just some nutcase over there. So he was famous for that. Of course, obviously, when we found out the horrors of World War II and all that was going on, I think, Judu retired his Hitler impression, but he was known for it. Yes.
I also when I did stand up with Mo in high school, and no, I'm just kidding. When I was born,
if we'd have met in high school,
we would have had
we'd
a
have
ball.
been buddies.
Oh,
Yes,
totally.
absolutely.
No, the year I was born, the big hit of my birth year was Hound Dog by Elvis.
Yeah.
And when I got a little older, I loved rock and roll from the time I could probably discern it. And my mom and dad bought me a little guitar that went around my neck, and I cleverly referred to it as my neck guitar. And I would sing, "You Ain't Nothing But an Old Ground Hot Dog." I don't know why. It's just what I did. And I'm telling you, and many of you might be performers, as soon as you get a laugh or a tear or a chortle, it could be gas, but if it's not, that's it. You're hooked. Now, like I said earlier, you may not necessarily make a living at it, but the truth is, if I were making a ton of money selling insurance on the weekend, I'd be doing improv, or I'd be in a rock and roll band, or I'd be doing community theater, because it's that ars gratia artis. It's art for art's sake. Now, I realize that art is a strong word, but you know what I mean.
Yes,
it's being
absolutely.
creative just for its own sake. And I often tell people, and I know I speak for Mo, that the Jones to create and get a laugh or make people think, or whatever it is, at 69 is absolutely as powerful as it was at 15. There's no difference. I've been rich and I've been poor. Rich is better. But the absolute joy of performing, especially when you get to work. And this is not hyperbole. Mo's one of the high tide that raised my boat. I'm good at my job, due in no small part to working with Mo and Tress and Frank and Billy and I mean all of them. If you can't get better with these folks, then maybe you should do it as an amateur. But I can't pinpoint it exactly, but I do know that after my first year of college at the University of Michigan, I went to my parents and said, "Hey man, I'm wasting your money and my time because you know how much I love to perform. I want to be in the moving picture business," and I was 19. And my mom and dad said, "Well, you're old enough to be drafted." Remember that?
Right.
And you're old enough to vote, so we would prefer you go to school. It's your life. But the money that follows you to Ann Arbor does not follow you to Hollywood, just so you know. You got a brother and 2 sisters. And I had no problem with that. And it wasn't because I was brave. It was, I'm in Flint, Michigan. Not going to happen here. So I drove my little Honda out west and jumped in. And I have never, ever regretted it. There are times when it was very difficult, but nobody shoved a gun in my mouth to be an actor, But you know what the best part is, though? Is that you have gotten so much joy out of what we do that you take your time to come here. You take your time to buy a ticket. You come and stand in line and ask a question because it's interesting to you. And if somebody had told me 45 years ago that I'd be able to do this with one of my best friends ever in the world, I would just, boy, from your lips to God's checkbook, So thank you, because we can have all this excitement, but if you don't watch, it doesn't matter. And on behalf of both of us, NARF.
Well,
Thank you so much for
it's
your
a
time.
yes.
We love hearing all the extensive characters that you bring.
Thank you.
And it's so wonderful to hear about, because I think we always forget that, you guys are people too. You have, all these lives and things that go on in your life too. And it's very cool to hear about these background experiences. It's wonderful.
Are you a performer too?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I do a lot of community theater in
Good
our local area.
for you.
And it's wonderful. I've gotten to meet so many people that way, and
Isn't that a
gotten
blast?
to do. And it's fun. It's just very, very fun.
Right, and
to
you do it because you can't not do it. That's a gift, and you're good at it, and you have a blast, and you obviously, you present yourself beautifully. You have a great voice. So I totally get that. It's just so much fun, isn't it?
It is. It's wonderful.
Well,
to do.
thank you and good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
And by the way, I love the color of your purse. It's sort of pinkish. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time for
this
the
poor
afternoon.
gentleman had.
Was this
Can we do one quick?
Yes.
Say a
Yeah.
question real quick.
Okay, so both of your favorite colors.
Pinky.
Pink?
E.
Well, I'm pinkish. Pink. I'm in the pink, pinkish, Zuckerman, all that. Yes, I suppose. Actually, my favorite color is probably red, because I'm the Detroit Red Wings, and I'm such a fan that to this day, when I cut myself, I bleed red. It's amazing. That's a fan.
Blue. No, yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Thanks so much.
Let's give a hand for Rob and Mo out here.
Thank you.
And you can see them upstairs as well. Get a picture,
Thank
get
you,
an
sir.
autograph, and everything else.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks
what a
for
pleasure.
coming out to
Thank
the panel, you guys.
I'm sorry we took your
Come
whole
say
time
hi.
with one question. Oh, God. Boy, Mo, what a bunch of jerks, huh? Oh. Thanks, you guys.
Just a reminder, they have